and I'm going to teach you all science today. So we are going to start the chapter on how do organisms reproduce. So before starting the chapter, I would like to ask you a question. You all know processes like nutrition, respiration, excretion are necessary for an individual, for its growth and for survival. But a process like reproduction in plants or animals is like not needed for the individual survival. It's needed for what is it needed for?
Survival of the species.
Yeah, for propagating of the species so that it never gets extinct. Okay, so reproduction at basic level means creating of a DNA copy of a structure of a body of an individual. So what is DNA copy? In DNA copying, there is one DNA, and the DNA copy itself will make two DNAs. Okay, so the DNA of one can only be kept with one cell apparatus, only one cell. So the second DNA can't be thrown away because it has some complex cell structure which is needed for maintaining life processes. So what they do with that? So with that they make another cell apparatus, the original cell, and that DNA copy goes with the other cell apparatus. And when it goes with that, it makes two cell apparatuses. But they are not absolutely identical, but they are similar because it's a biochemical process, and all biochemical processes can't be reliable. Okay, so now we go to apes. We have got from apes. Now, if you see apes and us, they are identical. They are similar. Apes can't speak like us. We can speak like apes. No. Understood? So variation is like to evolve the species. It's like the basis of evolution. So, say a bacteria is living in a pond in temperate waters. If the temperature of the pond rises, say due to global warming, the species which is there inside, they will not be able to survive because they need a special temperature to survive. Okay, so if there is no variation in that organism, if there is no variation during reproduction, then the species can die. It can be extinct forever. So during reproduction, there is variation that takes place. So when that or natural. So when the variation takes place, like it gets used to the temperature. There are like most of the species of that thing will die.
Now are you all last people easily?
No.
Okay. We all task people easily, or you all take some time to task them? What do you answer?
Take time.
Does anybody here like task just like that? You just task people easily? What do you think about when they say, I'm a cheater, and when I cheat another cheater, is that right when I'm doing what I'm doing?
No.
What do you feel? If I'm cheating at something, and say Shane is also cheating at a game, but I'm cheating at that game, and I win. Is it right what I'm doing? Just because it's cheating?
No.
There's a saying, two wrongs don't make a right. So we'll start. Everyone thought that Horace Danby was a good, honest citizen. He was about 50 years old and unmarried, and he lived with a housekeeper who worried over his health. In fact, he was usually very well and happy, except for attacks of hay fever in summer. He made logs and was successful enough at his business to have two helpers. Yes, Horace Danby was good and respectable, but not completely honest. Hay fever, the proper meaning is given behind. So in the summer, the pollen grains, some people get it because the pollen grains affect their breathing, and if you like
Please write a good value. Just like it's time.
Bad, there are no bad values.
There are. I mean, not bad. Anyone else want to write out the value? Back up. Good value. Okay, I think someone give me an example of disobedience in class. Raise your hand. Yeah. Angles that add up to 90.
What does complementary? This topic is based on complementing. Yeah, trigonometry is based on complementing. We know that this is a right angle. This is 90 degree. The sum of triangle property is 180. Angle sum. This is 90 degree. Okay. One. You know that one this angle B is 90 question. What is the next step? Anyone know? This is directly, but step 5 will avoid the should also do that. Sorry, the 90 comes side is plus what minus.
Trigonometric ratios are related to this triangle. So you know basically there are 6 trigonometric ratios in sine, cos, n, cosec, secant, cot. So how are they related to this triangle? So we will be learning that how sine 90 minus e gives you cos theta.
Trigonometry ratio. Trigonometry ratios. What is rho? What is n? What is n?
की शिवणा खंय तेका खबर नाशिल्लें म्हूण त्या तरणाट्यांक विचारता. ते तरणाटे तेजे फकाणां काडपाक लागता की बाप्पा शिवणा ते शिलोले रे अशें सांगून ती तरणाटे त्या बाप्पाक जाणट्यालाक अशें निट्ट ते मदल्या रस्त्यार अशें निट्ट वच अशें म्हणटा. मागीर एकदम दोळ्या मुखार 3 रस्ते दिश्टी पडल्यार खंयच्यान वचचें कांय येवजना जालें. तर तो तसोच निट्ट गेलो आनी मातशे वेळार तेका सामके दोळ्या मुखार 3 रस्ते अशें दिसले आनी तेका कळना जालें की फुडें आतां खंयच्या रस्त्यान वचपाचें आनी शिवणाक कशें खंयच्या रस्त्यान आमकां शिवणाक कशें पावलो तो. मागीर थंय सरकारान खंयच्यो रस्त्यो खंय वता ते लोकांक कळपा खातीर पाटयो बरोवन मारल्यात. पूण बेकार दोंगरासांनी मेळत तेवटेन घुमरावन दवरल्या.
Now, this is the
in which humans survive. Now, if this second also is very low, and if the pH of the body goes at 6.8, humans usually die. Now, in the earlier chapters, we have learned about acid rain, how this formed. Now, this acid rain, its criteria is dependent upon if its pH is less than 5.6. If the pH is only less than 5.6, it can be called acid rain. If it's not, it can't be. Now, this acid rain affects a lot of things such as soil. Now, it makes the soil acidic in nature, which is not good for the plants. It does not help it get its full nutrients. It also affects the rivers and the aquatic animals living in them. Now, pH in our digestive system. Now, let us read of plants and animals pH sensitive. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Living organisms can survive only in a narrow range of pH. When pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. When acid rain flows into the river, it lowers the pH of the river. The survival of aquatic life in such rivers comes to. Now, pH in our digestive system. Now, we all know that hydrochloric acid is produced by the stomach. Now, this acid helps in digestion of the food. Now, during indigestion, what is indigestion? Now, indigestion is basically overeating of food, eating food very quickly, putting too much of food. Now, this is basically overdigestion. Indigestion. Now, during indigestion, the stomach produces too much acid and this causes pain and irritation. Now, people usually take base as too much of acid produced, so they take base to neutralize the excess acid.
Everybody is different. Every human being has his or her own special ability. Everyone agrees on that? Yes. Likewise, there is a farmer here, and there is a man who raises chickens and hens. So, when this farmer needs eggs for eating of food as food, he cannot grow it by planting an egg. So he will have to exchange with one who can do that, with a person who needs this, and this person will need this, and this person will need this. What this guy cannot produce, he will get from this person, and what this person cannot produce, he will get from this person. This is basically called the barter system, with no money involved. This system was followed before money came into this. This was the ancient system where how trade started. Trade is considered to be as ancient as mankind, because ever since mankind was on earth, he needed something or the other. So trade is always considered to be as good as when mankind was good on earth. People had always traded to exchange what they had in abundance for what they could not produce. People traded to exchange what they had in abundance. What they had a lot, like for example, when you have a field, you're not going to eat everything. So some of it they kept to exchange with other things which they need. The trading activities were always a part of the human civilization since the ancient period. Trading relations had existed since the days of the ancient Greek and the Roman civilization.
आम्ही रस्त्याच्या दोन्ही वटांनी दादले आणि बायल्यो काळगा विकून मशीन्यो पळयल्यो. गमतीकूच आमी काळगा विकतल्याक मेजून मोटर मातशी सवकास केली. अजाप जावपाची गजाल म्हणल्यार आमी काळगा विकपाचे 32 मान दिले. सो एज ते वयताले तांच्या सायडीक ते बायल्यो आनी दादले काळगा घेवन बसलेले. सो ते तांकां मेजपा खातीर मोटर म्हणजे तांची गाडी तांची सवकास केली आनी ते काम करपाक लायले. सो ते काम करून तांकां ते 32 लोक सगळे बसलेले मेळ्ळे. ह्या संदर्भात फाटल्यो यादी करून आमच्यो गजाली सामक्यो रंगार आयल्यो. एका वेळार साश्टीची, तोटेची, काल्लेची, माजोड्डेची जावं बार्देसाची, फळांची काळगां खूब लौकीक तशीच रुचीक आसली. सो आतां ते वेगवेगळे जाग्याचे ठरता जी मतलब थंयसर ती काळंगा बरी रुचीक म्हणजे टेस्टी आनी रसाळ टायप आसताली पूण आतां आस्ते आस्ते करून लोकांनी असल्या वस्तूंचेर सारकी विसर घाल्या असलो वावर करून लोक आमचे करतालो आनी तेच बरोबर कुडीक फावो एक कसरत वा व्यायाम मेळून आमची भलायकी बरी उरताली सो पयलींचे जे लोक आसले ते मतलब कांदा मागीर वेगवेगळे भाजयो बी रोयताले सो मागीर ते करून लायक ती करता करता तांचे एक्सरसायजीस जाताली बरी सो लायक ती बँड बी जावचे पडटाले सो मागीर ते एक्सरसायजीस बरी जाताली पूण आतांच्या जमान्यांनी अशें लोक कांय करिना ते कित्याक तांकां तांचे आतां आयतें मेळटा सगळें सो ती ते करूंक वचना म्हणजे रोयपाचें म्हाका म्हज्या भुरगेपणाची याद जाली म्हजें भुरगेपण म्हणल्यार एकात्र्याक हांव गेल्ल्या शेकड्यांतली गजाल सांगता अशें दिसत पूण ना हालींचीच गजाल आमच्या एका शेतान आनी
ह्या कवितेच्या माध्यमांतल्यान कवी असले सारक्यो खुबशे गुणांचे बद्दल उलयल्या पयले पॅरेग्राफ घेवया हे सर्व व्यापक मळबा म्हज्या समेस्त पेल्याक तूं तुजी उंचाय दी सर्व व्यापक मळबा म्हणजे सगळ्याक समथींग दॅट कवर्स एवरीथींग म्हणजे सगळ्याक म्हणजे व्यापक जाल्लें आसता म्हणजे सगळे कडेन जे आसता म्हणजे व्यापक समथींग दॅट कवर्स एवरीथींग आतां तुमी जंय वयतले थंय सगळे कडेन तुमकां मळब तुमचे वयर मळबूच आसतलें सो मळब जें आसा तें सर्व व्यापक सगळे कडेन आसा म्हजे समेस्त पेल्याक म्हणजे म्हजे सगळ्याक जाणांक तूं तुजी उंचाय दी तूं तुजी उंचाय दी म्हणजे हायट मिन्स सेल्फलेसनेस त्याग करपा सारको हो गूण मळबाक आसा म्हणजे ताची हायट सेल्फलेसनेस जी गूण आसा ते मनशाक दी अशें कवी मागता
It is of great importance. What do you mean by perimeter? Yes. Yes, indeed. I will explain what is it. But let us get some response from the students. What is the perimeter? What do you mean? In this topic, we shall talk about the concept of perimeter and the area related to circles. Now let us
RHIZOP was right of us. That's bread mold. So this is the bread mold. Okay. This one. Okay. So can you like just try to say which part of this is the reproducing part? Yes.
The circle.
The circle, right. So these circles have poles. And poles are the reproducing parts. So these poles are covered by something you all know this sporangia. It's covered by a hard surface wall known as sporangia. So these sporangia protect these poles because these poles are weak. So they protect them. And when moisture in the air or any moist surface comes in contact with this sporangia, these poles break and they start going and settling on other bread. And that bread becomes a new individual. That's pole formation. Understood everyone? Pole formation. So 6. Remember all. Now you can take note. This is asexual reproduction. What is asexual reproduction?
Where there's no where they reproduce by themselves.
Yes, so asexual reproduction is when one individual reproduces by itself. It does not need another individual. That's asexual reproduction. So all these come under asexual reproduction, right? Examples you need to know, definitions you need to know.
What?
Definitions you need to know, examples you need to know of each of them. And only a vegetative propagation, advantages, three advantages. If you all know all of that, then you're very full mark for asexual reproduction. Okay? Now I can take it.
Today we are going to learn how to manipulate the worksheet. Now see, we are going to insert a new sheet, delete, rename, move or copy, power protect sheet, tab color and hide and unhide. Now I am going to delete the sheet 2. Now the sheet 2 is deleted. Now I am going to insert one more sheet. So I am inserting one more sheet. Now see, 1, 3 and 4 sheets are there. The 2 is not there. So now we are going to protect the sheet. Now I have put one password. The password is 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. Now the sheet is protected. Now if you type something, you need to open the sheet. So that you need to know the password. So only I know the password. So only I can open the sheet. Now see, one sheet and 1, 2, 3, 4 and unhide. First, now you can see, now I can type anything because the sheet is not locked. Now I'm going to color the sheet, tab color. Now I choose a dark color. See, I've colored the sheet. Now see, I'm hiding the sheet. Now I hide the sheet. I'm hiding the sheet with 4. Sheet 4 is hidden. Now I'm unhiding the sheet. Now we can unhide and use the sheet. Now we'll copy this sheet. Now we'll write something. Now I'm doing the copy of this sheet.
Now, you're probably wondering, if most parts are covered in water, why do we still face the shortage of water? It's because most water is in the seas and it's not potable. So a huge amount of water is available and is renewable every year due to monsoons. We should not face a problem of water scarcity, but in reality, India does face a problem of water scarcity, not only in water scarce regions, but also in water rich regions. So the basic cause is because of the misuse, abuse and
access to water. What is misuse? Is we are misusing water in by leaving the taps open. If we need
name the different modes of asexual reproduction.
All 6.
All 6. Fission, regeneration, then budding, then spore formation, fragmentation, vegetative, very red house effect. What disease does leishmania cause? Options are what disease does leishmania cause? A. Kala Azar, B. Amoebius, D. Diphtheria.
What's the mistake?
Leishmania.
Can you tell the option again?
Kala Azar, Amoebiasis, Diphtheria.
And D.
Kala Azar. Yeah.
No, don't.
Okay, question number 3. Define the term regeneration.
See, I explained also well now don't blame me. I asked you also if you all have difficulties.
Okay, at least an example of regeneration.
I explained what is regeneration. I drew that also.
Raise your hand if you know at least the.
Example is stoppage.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows the
Anyone? Try.
definition?
Try at least.
It's okay, even if it's wrong, it's no problem.
Sit. Sit.
Breaks down and it breaks down into many parts and then it reassembles by itself.
Yes. An individual breaks down into many parts, and those many parts become new individuals. The three generations. Simple.
Okay. Question number 4. By which asexual mode of reproduction does amoeba reproduce? Okay.
Yes.
Please stand up and answer, no?
Question number 5.
Last question.
Last question. Multiple fission is seen in which of the
Which of the following?
which of the following organisms? Options are there, okay? Plasmodium,
E. coli,
E. coli,
Moganella, Moganella. What's the last two?
E. coli, Moganella, Moganella. What? Raise your hands, stand up and say. Plasmodium.
और सुरक्षा, ये पाठ राजेंद्र पांडुरंग केतकर ने लिखा है। आज हम सीखेंगे गोवा के जल पर्यटन और उसकी सुरक्षा के बारे में। गोवा में लोग क्यों आते हैं? Anyone who knows the answer? ज़्यादातर जल पर्यटन की वजह से। Answer? That is, beaches are जल पर्यटन. That is water tourism. गोवा का सबसे बड़ा आकर्षण क्या है? वही जल पर्यटन. गोवा आज पूरे संसार में पर्यटकों का विशेष आकर्षण है. इसका कारण है यहाँ का प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य और जल पर्यटन स्थल. प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य का मतलब नेचुरल ब्यूटी और पर्यटक यानी यात्री. संसार में पर्यटकों का विशेष आकर्षण है. इसका कारण है यहाँ का प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य और जल पर्यटन स्थल. गोवा 700 वर्ग किलोमीटर सह्याद्री की गोद में और 105 किलोमीटर लंबे अरब सागर के तट पर स्थित है. अरब सागर इस
Making fun of the weaklings. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling roads, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. The wind is like really strong and it destroys everything. It crumbles every like houses, hearts, wood, bodies, everything's given. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body, make the heart steadfast. So like what we have to do is that we have to be strong ourselves. Okay, like said. So like we have to build strong homes, we have to join the doors firmly, everything we have to do, we have to be strong so that we can be friends with the wind. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. Here it said. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. So what this poem is trying to tell us is that he's really strong and he's breaking everything. He's breaking all the weaklings and everything. But what we have to do is that if we want to be friends with the wind, we have to be strong. Because the wind is good. It's not that it's bad. It's just that we need to be strong because the wind is also strong. And and that's how we like be friends with the wind. Any one of you all can tell me what you all understood by what I said. Anyone?
That we
Yes.
have to build strong homes.
And that's how we be friends with the wind. That's right. That's what we are supposed to do. We have to be strong because the wind is also strong, and we will be friends with the wind.
In this project, we write script team slate. First, we click on event categories and click flag tree. Click and drop it on the scripting area. Then go to pen category. Select clear block. To clear your script, take pen up block. Select the pen down block and drop it. Then go to motion category. Select go to X and Y 0 coordinating points. Then make a switch to face a point in 90-degree direction and then connect pen down block. Now we need to define a block move head forward. When naming or defining, follow the camel case format, that is move head forward. First letter capital. Now I want to move the camel. Go to motion category and select move head stairs. Connect move head forward. Go to looks and change costume to apply animation effects. Go to control and get the clock. Wait 1 second. After that, add move head forward.
Today we are going to start with Scratch and we'll learn how to move cat and mouse on it. First we'll create a clean slate. So we'll use a block called when click flag light. And then we'll use the code clear all. It clears everything on the stage, which is done by pen. Pen is used to make the sprite stop writing anything while it moves. And then pointing direction 90 so that it points on the end straight facing towards the right hand side. And then we'll use go to x0 y0. This coordinates it's in the middle of the stage. And then we use pen down.
So today I'm going to start Scratch program to move the cat from left to right, and while it is at the edge, it bounce it back to the left, right. So first you have to say when flag click, it will say when the flag is clicked, that means it will be when the flag is clicked over there, it will show what the program is doing, and next after that it will say erase all because all. So now you have to go to the pen after whatever I did because this is the latest version of the computer of Scratch version.
quadrilateral is equal to 360. So now I'm taking a quadrilateral. Example, I took a Lourdes. I divide it into two triangles. Any quadrilateral you take, you can divide it into two triangles, whichever it is. So now, what is the angle sum property of a triangle? 180. How do you know that it's 180? Max told you that it's 180. But now here we also want to see that why it is 180. So, here I have a triangle with me. Okay? And I made three pieces of it. I named it 1, 2 and 3. Now if I put this triangle in some other manner, it forms into a line. Can you see? Yes. And what is the measure of a line? 180. So, 180 plus 180? That's how we know that the co-angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360. But if you don't remember this method, there's another method in which you can do.
Okay, so here we have a parallelogram. Okay? And there are 4 angles that are marked on this parallelogram. See 4 angles. 4 angles that are marked on this parallelogram. So if you cut the 4 angles of the parallelogram and if you join them together, it will form a circle. So it forms a circle. And what is the sum of a circle? That is how you can prove that 4 angles of a quadrilateral are equal to 360.
Multicellular member of the fungi kingdom. Now, actually, the kingdom plantae is divided into many divisions. These include Halophyta, which includes the algae. Halophyta, which includes algae and lichens. Over here, lichen grown on bark. Lichen. Now the Halophyta, the plants belonging to the Halophyta kingdom, they do not have a well differentiated form. That is, they are just one big mass. However, the next kingdom, we have Bryophyta. This includes the moss that grows in the monsoon. Now, this does have leaf-like and stem-like structure. However, these do not have the vascular tissue. It is the xylem and the phloem. Due to this, they cannot grow on dry land areas and they need to survive in wet habitats. That's why we only see them in the monsoon. Next, we have the group of Pteridophyta. In this group, we have the ferns. Now these ferns, they do have roots, stems and leaves. In addition to having that, they also have the vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem. And so
far as there was a sign of law. here they have given x is equal to negative 1. So p of x is equal to the same thing, 5x minus 4x square plus.
Means there is a story that in a cave that the treasure is there. Then the snake is around it and it is protecting it, and whoever comes the snake will bite him. That is अंधश्रद्धा is there. नागिन सिनेमा जायत्या लोकांनी पळयल्ले आसता. नागिन बाय एकता कपूर एवरीबडी हॅज वॉच्ड. तातून एक नागिन बायलेच्या रूपान वावुरता दिसता. मीन्स अ नागिन इज बिकमिंग अ वुमन अँड शी इज टॉकिंग टू पीपल अशें दिसता. सोरपाचे जातीचे जायत्या प्राणी शास्त्रज्ञांनी संशोधन केल्ले आसा. मीन्स ऑन द सोरोप द स्पीसीज एवरीबडी हॅज डन रिसर्च ऑन इट. सम ऑफ द पीपल या शास्त्राचे सोरोप जाती विशींचे एकूण निश्चित्र आणि निष्कर्ष सोरपा विशींचे खरे गिन्यान आपणाकच उपेगीचे ठरता. दरेक जीवनाचे एक हे विकारी असतात असो गैरसमज पातळा. मीन्स दरेक जिवाणीचे विकारी असता असो गैरसमज आमच्या भितर पातळा. हाचे परिणाम म्हणून जिवाणी दिसले काय ताका मारून उडोवपी अशी भूमिका मनशाक घेतल्या. मीन्स आय टोल्ड यू दॅट जिवाणी दिसलो मागीर मनीस बडी घेवन ताका मारपाक वयता अशें आमच्या हितून पसरला. हे खातीर मनशा कडल्यान जिवाणीचे व्हडा प्रमाणात हत्या जाता. अशें करून लोक जिवाणीक मारून उडयता. दरेक जिवाणी विकारी असताच अशें ना. मीन्स सगळे जिवाण्याक पॉयझन असतात तशें ना. सम मे बी गुड, सम मे बी बॅड, वी कॅनॉट नो, बट वी मस्ट नॉट बीट द जिवाणीज एंड ऑल. उरफाटे जीवनाचे फकत 4 ते 5 जाती असो असतात ज्याच्या देशात मनशाक मरण येवंक शकता. Means Jivani has only 4 to 5 species. That 2 species can die early, can die late. In the it is said.
सोबीत ही सकाळ, सुकण्यांचा आवाज, शीतल वारो, फुला पानांचा सुवास, हे सगळे जे सोबीत सुंदर ही तुझीच माया. देवा म्हणजे देवा, तू सगळ्यांचा आधार. शीतल वारो म्हटल्यार वारो, फुला
कोणी राम म्हणतात, कोणी कृष्ण म्हणतात, कोणी जेजू आणि कोणी अल्लाह. नावा रुपात तुझी जायती असली तरी तुवें सगळ्यांक सांबाळला रे. देवा म्हज्या देवा, तू सगळ्यांचा आदार.
देव वेगळो आसता, पूण ताका डिफरंट जन्माक आनी डिफरंट नांवान तुला मारतात.
तुज्या लागीं देवा आमी मागू कितें, आमी सगळीं तुजी, हें सगळें तुजें. देवाचें जाल्यार ती तेणें आमकां तुज्या पांया लागीं रावचें. देवा म्हज्या देवा, तू सगळ्यांचो आदार.
The Decline of Industry by William Butler Yeats. This wonderful poem explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of industry, a place where he spent a lot of time as boy. This poem is a lyric. I will arise and go now and go to industry, and a small cabin built there of clay and bottles made. 9 green rows will I have there, a hive for the honeymoon, and live alone in the bee round me. I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. Their midnights all aglow, and moon a purple glow, and evenings full of the linen strings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's brick, I hear it in the deep heart's floor. So this poem basically expresses the author's longing for peace and tranquility. Tranquility means calmness, so peace and calm. A place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. This poem is a lyric. So this poem expresses the author's feelings. I will arise and go now and go to industry. The author or poet will get up and go to industry. And the small cabin built there of clay and bottles made. So he will make a small cabin out of mud and sticks. As you can see in the dog speak, bottles mean twisted sticks for making fences or walls. 9 green rows will I have there, a hive for the honey. 9 green rows will I have there basically means that he will have 9 rows of beans. Beans are the food. Okay? And honey, a hive for the honey because he needs honey. And live alone in the bean out grave. He will live alone in the open space with the buzzing of bees. And I shall have some peace then, for peace comes dropping slow. It means he will be at peace when he's at a school.
Islands. The islands can be grouped into 2 islands, the Bay of Bengal Islands and the Arabian Sea Islands. Let's do the Bay of Bengal Islands, now we'll see. These are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Obviously, everyone will know what Andaman and Nicobar Islands are. And where are they? So, they are formed from the extension of Arakan-Yoma mountains and are volcanic in origin. They are divided into 3 groups, North Andaman, Middle Andaman and the South Andaman. They are collectively called the Great Andamans. The passage of water separating the Little Andamans from the Great Andamans is also known as the Deccan Passage. Saddle Peak is the highest peak in the Andaman Nicobar Islands and the Dhuliar is the highest peak in the Nicobar Islands. The Great Nicobar is the largest and the southernmost island in the Nicobar group of islands. Barren Island is a dormant volcano and Nargadan Island is an extinct volcano. The Arabian Sea Islands. At a distance of about 200 to 300 kilometers off the coast of Kerala, lie a group of 25 tiny coral islands known as the Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea. Early, they were known as Lakshadweep, Minicoy and Amindivi. They were named Lakshadweep in the year 1973. These islands form the smallest union territory of India and have a total land area of 11 miles or as you can say 32 square kilometers. The islands in the north are known as Amindivi and islands on the south are known as Minicoy Islands. The latter is the largest in terms of its area. The Lakshadweep comprises of nearly 36 islands and islets, 12 atolls, 3 reefs and 5 submerged banks. Now, we all know what are islets we all know. So, today's topic is the Indian deserts. Just for anyone of you who know, page number 24. So, the Indian desert, also said to be the Thar Desert, lies along the western margins of India. A major part of the desert lies in the state of Rajasthan and extends to the southern Haryana and Punjab in the north and northern Gujarat. The desert has longitudinal sand dunes which changes their shape. The crescent-shaped dunes are called barchans. So, as well as sand dunes, there are many sand. The wind comes in the sand. They are small hills down. They are called dunes also. So the crescent-shaped dunes are called as barchans. The region receives less than 50 mm of rain and has an arid climate with scarce vegetation. So arid also means that very dry. So there's very less rain over there. River Luni is the only river and it has an inland drainage. Let's do the second topic, islands. The islands can be grouped in 2, the Bay of Bengal Islands and the Arabian Sea Islands. Subtopic 9.1, the Bay of Bengal Islands. These are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are formed from the extension of Arakan-Yoma mountains and are volcanic in origin. They are divided into 3 groups, North Andaman, Middle Andaman and Southern Andaman. They are collectively called the Great Andamans. As you can see in figure 2.11, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, the passage of water separating the Little Andaman from the Great Andamans is known as the Deccan Passage.
Okay, so in the above
paragraph, you'll have seen how Amanda's mother is correcting her constantly, or her elder. So we all have someone like Amanda's mother or elder in our life. So there's always someone telling you, don't do this, do it like that, do it like this. So here, her mother is telling her finish her homework, tidy her room, and tells her to clean her shoes. So she in her head, and she's in her own world when her mother is correcting her. So she's saying that she is an orphan roaming the streets. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is gold, the freedom is sweet. So she says that she is an orphan roaming the streets. Now what does she mean by this? She doesn't mean that she is an orphan like her parents are dead or she doesn't have parents. She means that she wants to be alone, and she is alone roaming the street. She doesn't need to do her homework and doesn't need to do what others are telling her. So her mother or elder is telling her to tidy her room. So she's saying that she patterns the soft dust with her hushed bare feet. She loves the silence and the freedom that she is given when there's nobody who is constantly correcting her. Then, next. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? So, in this paragraph, her mother is telling her not to eat chocolate and to remember her acne. Acne is pimples. So, when you eat chocolate, you get pimples. So, yeah. So her mother is telling her not to eat chocolate because a female or even male is said to keep clear skin, not to look, the society, they always judge on how we look. So keep clear skin, be more feminine, or there. She now in her head, in her own words, she is saying this. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright head. So, you all know who is Rapunzel? Like, she's bright.
Today, we are going to study the poem Amanda. Amanda is written by the poet Robert Klein. She is an Australian author who writes books for children. She writes children's and young adult fiction. In this poem, she has expressed the views of a young girl, Amanda, who is constantly pointed out for making mistakes. In this poem, we will see that the young girl is constantly being corrected by her mother for making mistakes. Like, this is an interesting poem, and every one of us here can relate to it. Especially when we are in 10th, we are constantly being corrected by our parents. We think that we can do anything since we are old now, but it's nothing like that. We are corrected, and we feel that our freedom is curtailed. In this poem, we are going to see how Amanda's mother correct her and teach her to behave in the right way in her day-to-day life. We also see that when she's been corrected, she's lost in her own world, like many of us do, right? So, for example, say I'm a teacher, and then my student who's not doing his homework, and I shout at him. The next day he comes and still he doesn't do his homework, and then I shout at him again. At some point, my shouting would affect him at all. He'll just feel that I'm just shouting at him and just shouting, nothing else. So he wouldn't even bother. At the end, Sam will come to a conclusion that this poet is trying to tell us that our parents are irritating, sometimes troubling, and nagging us all the time. But she's actually trying to tell us that some code of conduct is expected from all of us here. Everything we do is expected to do in a particular way. Let us read the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop their slouchings and sit up straight, Amanda. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Some of them have got a habit of biting our nails. It's like, when you get a habit, you can't stop it. Like whenever you don't care about the environment, you just start biting your nails. Some of them find it irritating, some of them find it annoying. It's a bad habit. It's bad for hygiene. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Hunch